So welcome everyone to Melt. I'm Katsi. This is my slow flow and yin class. I love the concept of melting. I love looking at our bodies like we are a body of water, in which we are 75% water, and water is super powerful element. I mean, it can cut through things if there's a great amount of pressure, but it also has this ability to navigate in a way that takes the path of least resistance. And as water continues on with the flow, it builds up momentum. So we too are like the same. Yeah. When we know when we're in the flow, we can pick up, we can continue to create more, etc., etc. So I like to connect to the elements. I like to connect to the teachings of yoga a lot because I find that in these days, a lot of things are changing. We've had to adjust a lot in our lives. But the one thing that stays consistent is us, this place deep within us. Also, the teachings of yoga, they don't change. They're just super ancient. So the idea is that you come into your body, you use your breath, and this helps you navigate into your internal world. You can even imagine this prana kind of sparkling through you, washing through you like water as a way to cleanse out any places that might feel a bit mysterious or dark or closed off or stress. You have all the power, all the tools that you need in order to restore yourself completely. So maybe that's your intention for the practice. Maybe it's something else. Just let it be true to you, and we'll just continue to melt everything away so we can be at peace. Yeah, I hope that sounds good. I'm going to meet you on your mat. I'm going to bring my tea, my handy, and my mic. So it's nice if you have props. If you want to grab a few pillows, cushions, blocks, you can take that for yourself as well. Okay. It's been nice to be here all together. Just find yourself in a nice, easy seat, like so. If you want to take a bolster or a prop underneath you, feel free. And you can take your palms down on your thighs, close your eyes, and just start to listen to the sweetness of your breath as it pulls in and washes out. And you can imagine your breath as if it's moving through you like a body of water, and it starts to swish and cleanse and move into these places that perhaps feel a bit closed off, that have been a bit numb, perhaps because you just haven't moved into them recently. And the deeper you expand your breath, the deeper you can cleanse, the more you can extract. Make your breath a bit deeper, a bit sweeter. Perfect. And out. Now as you inhale, start to bring your torso forward. And as you exhale, curl back and round. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, curl round. Imagine that you're stirring up this whirlpool. The hips are actually associated with the element water. If you look at the second chakra, you're just kind of stirring up this place. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Move it in the other direction. Allow the circles to come right back in to the center. Allow your sits bones to root down, lift up through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. Perhaps you still feel this swirling sensation there at the hips. And as you exhale, you begin to cleanse, you begin to release what it is that you no longer need to be attached to. Breathing. Exhale. Now breathe in, sweep your arms up, grow nice, long, and tall in the side body. Reach up towards the sky. And as you exhale, let the prayer slide through your center line and then bring the hands right to your heart center. And we'll start our practice in singing the sound of Om. A deep breath in to clear. Exhale everything out. Breathe in for your Om. You can flutter open your eyes. We'll take a little warm up here. Start by taking a hold of your right foot and then just start to stir it out a little bit. Just feel into the space of the hip. Bring your right foot into your left elbow crease and cradle the leg like so. The higher the shin, the deeper the external rotation will be. And then you're going to take your right hand out to the side. My favorite part. Ooh, yeah. Start to roll out the surface area of the glute of the hip. Sometimes it's more interesting than others. And come to sit upright. Yeah. Take your right foot into both hands. As you inhale, extend the leg long. And as you exhale, bend the knee, pull in. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bend, pull in. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, bend, pull in. Next time you extend it, keep it there. Flex through your right foot. Cross it over your left thigh so you have a figure 4 position. Looks like so. Bring your fingertips behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into your heart, lift up. Exhale, chin towards your chest, curl into yourself. Breathing in, shoulders back, heart lifts up. Exhale, curling in. Breathe in, shoulders back, heart lifts. Exhale, curling in. Lift up through your heart space and then lower your left knee down to the floor. Your right foot comes on top. You're set up for a seated spinal twist. Both sits bones down, right hand behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, take a twist on over towards your right. Breathing in, lift up to the crown of the head. Exhale, twist a bit more. Breathing in. Exhale out. Take a counter twist on over towards the left. And then you can sit back into your sits bone. And then just take a little woo-hoo-hoo with the legs. Good. Take a hold of your left foot now with your left hand and start to circle out. Explore. And then take the left foot into the right elbow. Cradle it like so. If this is too extreme, you can always take your arms underneath, yeah? And then we just start to roll it out a bit, so you can bring your left hand out to the side and start to massage out the surface area of the hip and the glute. Right back up through center. Take your left foot into both hands. Inhale, extend the leg as best as you can. Exhale, bend the knee, pull in. Inhale, extending up. Exhale, bend, pull in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend, pull in. Inhale, extend through your left leg. Flex through your left foot. Cross the ankle on top of the right thigh. Once again, you're in a figure four position. Looks like so. Come onto the fingerspitzens, the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into your heart. Gaze up. Exhale, chin towards chest, curl in. And inhale, shoulders back, heart beams up. Exhale, curling in. Breathing in, lift up. Exhale, curl in. Breathe and lift. Bend your right knee, foot down, left foot on top. You're set up for a seated spinal twist. Breathe in, reach your arms up, go nice and tall. Exhale, take a twist on over towards left. Breathing in, grow taller, longer. Exhale, revolve a bit more. Breathing in. Exhale. Take a counter twist on over towards the right. And from here, you can uncross the legs, come onto your hands and knees, simple tabletop position. We'll make this very fluid-like. So as you inhale, still let the belly drop down for ku, gaze up. And as you exhale, press, curl and round like a cat step with the navel pulling in. Send your seat back towards your heels, balasana. And then swoosh the heart forward. So you squeeze the elbows in, yearn the heart forward, coming right back up to ku. Then exhale, curl and round, cat step. And just kind of keep moving in this very fluid pattern. Imagine that you're smoothing out the rough edges. So energy has this nice smooth path to move along. If you want to move around in circles, take figure eights, feel free to do that as well. And next time you curl and round to yourself, send your seat all the way back towards your heels. Look forward between your hands and slither forward, coming on to your belly, Bhujangasana. From here, you're going to crawl your fingertips out to the side and the elbows point straight up. Breathe and lift up through your heart space. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down, gaze over right. Breathe and come right back through center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder down. Breathe in, right back up through center. Lift up, shine through the heart. Exhale, left. Breathe and lift back up through center. Exhale, right shoulder dips down. Breathe in, come right back through center. Exhale, pull the heart forward, melt down to the mat. Now from here, you're going to extend your left arm out to the side. If you want to create a cactus shape, a goalpost, you can as well. Do what feels right. You're going to roll over onto the left side. And you can stay like so, resting on the left ear. Or if you want, you can step your right foot behind you and start to stretch open through the left pec, the left side of the chest. Even deeper variation if you want. Take a hold of the right foot with the right hand and kick back into it. Wherever you find yourself, just breathe deep into it. Breathe, inhale in. As you exhale, release anything you may have. And just let the right arm slide out to the side. And same thing here, you're just going to roll over onto the right side. If you wish, you can lift your left leg up. Step it behind you. Start to take a little stretch here. If you're taking the quad stretch, your left hand reaches up, thumb turns down, reaches for the top of the foot, and you kick back into it. Your face soften. Imagine the skin of your face actually melting. Take a deep breath in where you are. Exhale out. Come right back through center onto your belly. You just kind of like, voila, come there. Bring your hands right by your shoulders. Tuck under your toes. Send your seat back towards your heels, Balasana. Hips high, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. So I call these like ocean wave vinyasas. What you're going to do is you inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Curl your spine like a cat. It's almost like the crest of a wave as it comes forward. Then you bring your shoulders over your fingertips. As you exhale, softness in the knees, swish your hips up and back. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 more of those. Inhale, come forward. So knees hover, swish the hips up and back. Become very fluid, very soft. Inhale, pulls forward. The exhale, pulls back. Once more. And exhale back. Rise to the balls of the feet. Start to walk your way forward towards the top of the mat. Softness in the knees. Grab opposite elbows. Take a little bounce, a little sway here.
Let the arms drop down to the floor. Clasp your hands behind your back. Drive the fist up and overhead. As you inhale, bend your knees, carve the fist back, open up through the chest. Exhale, melt down into yourself, fold. Then inhale, bend your knees, carve the fist back, lift up. Exhale, melt into yourself. Once more, bend your knees, carve it back. And exhale, melt down into yourself. Bring your hands down to the low back, down to the floor, chin towards your chest. Slowly start to roll up through your spine, come to stand nice and tall. We're going to move into a very fluid warm-up. You can allow your breath to guide, to weave together the movement, and you'll just continue to repeat. So you begin to watch your body move on its own. Bring your feet slightly wider than hip distance, still parallel, hands to your heart center. Breathe in like a geyser. The water pulls up from the earth through the feet, through the legs of your spine, leaning out the front of the head. As you exhale, you feel this mist washing over you. Now let your breath guide your movement. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right arm underneath the left. Eagle wrap in the arm. Softness in the knees. You can drive the hips forward. Open up like you're unraveling. Exhale, melt down into yourself. Hands down to the floor. Breathe in, look forward, find length in your spine. Exhale, left foot steps back. Circle your right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a wide open twist. Exhale, circle right hand down. Step your right foot back, high plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Breathing, come forward, Vinyasa, Cobra pose. Exhale, seat back to heels. Hips high, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Breathe your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee pulls into nose. Flex your right foot, over left thigh, figure four down dog, guide the knee back. Step your right foot wide outside of the right pinky. Step your left foot wide outside of the left. Let your hips soften into a squat. Breathe the hips open, elbows press back into the inner thighs, lift up to the heart. Exhale, hands down, hips high, into yourself. Breathe in, look forward, point the toes forward. Exhale, melt down. Breathe in, sweep your arms up, like you're gathering up the energy, reach beyond yourself. Exhale, left arm underneath the right. Ardhasana, eagle wrap in the arms. Softness in the knees. Breathe in, undulate up. Think that Urdhva. Exhale, melt down into yourself. Hands down between the legs. Breathe in, look forward. Find length in your spine. Exhale, step your left foot, or your right foot, all the way back. Circle your left arm up, like you're swimming. And exhale, it circles down. Left foot back, high plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Breathe in, come forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, seat back to heels. Hips high, Adho Mukha. Downward facing dog. Breathe your left leg up. Exhale, knee into the nose. Flex your left foot over right thigh, figure forward down dog. Send your left foot wide outside. Step your right foot wide outside. Let your hips down into the squat. Breathe hips open, elbows guide the inner thigh back, lift up hard. Exhale, hands down, hips high, fold. Breathe in, look forward, point the toes forward. Exhale, melt down into yourself. Breathe in, reach your arms up high. Let your breath light you up, gather in energy. Exhale, right arm underneath the left. Ardhasana. Softness in the knees, breathe in, lift it up, and up. Exhale, melt down into yourself, fold, hands to the mat. Breathe in, look forward, find your length. Exhale, left foot steps all the way back. Circle your right arm up towards the ceiling, take a twist. Exhale, swim it down. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Slither forward as you inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, seat back. Hips high, Adho Mukha. Downward facing dog. Breathe your right leg up. Exhale, right knee into the nose. Flex your right foot. Over left thigh, finger forward, down dog. Step your right foot wide. Step your left foot wide. You're back in a squat. Breathe, hips open. Elbows press the inner thighs back. Exhale, hands down, hips high. Hold. Breathe in, look forward, point the toes forward. And exhale, melt down. Last round, breathe in, sweep your arms up. High towards the sky. Exhale, left arm underneath the right. Eagle wrap. Softness in the knees. Breathe in, lift up, lean back. Exhale, melt down into yourself, fold. Breathe in, look forward, find your leg. Exhale, right foot steps all the way towards the back. Reach your left arm up. Exhale, circle it down. Step back, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Breathe in, Bhujangasana. Exhale, seat back the heels. Hips high, Adho Mukha. Breathe your left leg up. Exhale, left knee into the nose. Flex your left foot over right thigh, figure four, down dog. Step your left foot wide outside. Step your right foot wide outside. We meet together in a squat. We stay here for a moment. So I'll get a little bit closer, why not? Since I'm very low now. Hi. So in your squat, we'll move through some variations. I'm actually going to use my phone to have a timer. So, you know, in Germany, we're very strict about these things. And actually in Yin, we hold the postures for a given amount of time. And this way everything's balanced in the end. So when you're in your squat, which you are now, if you want to take a block or bolster underneath your sits bones, you can if it's uncomfortable. Otherwise, we've already done quite a bit of work here in the hips. If you want to move into them, rock from side to side, you can. Or you can just breathe here and find stillness. So in my melts classes, we kind of fuse together slow movement, deep work, or you can just drop into the yin part of the practice, yeah? So the yin pose would be here. You might find that over time, you drop yourself down like this. So if you want to take those variations, feel free, be my guest. Otherwise, I'll show you ways that you can work deeper into your squat, yeah? So if you're following that path with me, what you can do is you can bring your left arm down and then drop the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Bring your right hand, into your inner thigh. Make sure it's not the knee, it's the inner thigh. And then you're going to press the inner thigh away from the hip. And you'll just breathe very deep into this release. It's
helpful to close your eyes as well so that you can kind of feel into any sensations that might be arising. If there's something that's been held there or trapped there, seeing it allows you to extract it and release it, especially if it's something that no longer serves you. Now breathe in really deep into this side if you're here with me. And as you exhale, softness in the right elbow. Bend your left arm, cradle your left ear, and then just pop your head right back on straight. Good. So we move into the other side. So you start to dip the right shoulder down, crawl the right hand out, right ear towards right shoulder. Take your left hand, press the left inner thigh. Feel free to take longer exhales as a form of release, or you're all muted if you want to take a long sigh or like a ugh. Totally welcome here. In fact, it helps with the releasing process. Breathe in really deep into whatever position you're in. If you're in the position similar to me, as you exhale, softness in the left elbow. Bend your right elbow, cradle your right ear, and just simply prop your head right back on straight. Good. You can take a little rock here from side to side. And then eventually you'll just start to rock the hips up. And the feet are still slightly wide, toes are turned out. And then just from here, bend one knee, sway to one side, bend the other knee, sway to the other. Really relax the neck as you let the head drop low. And you'll breathe in, look forward, find length. Heel toe your feet in together, well, so that they're hip distance apart. And you can give softness in your knees, yeah? We're going to come into Dangling Pose. So what Dangling Pose is just a forward fold. If you want to bring bolsters or props underneath you to relax the arms on, you can. Otherwise, just grab opposite elbows and allow the elbows to serve as like an anchor as it starts to pull you down towards the ground. Helping you to find length in your spine. If the hamstrings still feel a bit tight, feel free to give softness in the knees. Totally fine here. Again, this is one of those poses that might evolve over time. If you want to drop the arms completely, you can. And again, we work with this idea of connecting to this element of water as it cleanses through the body. And you're also using the prana, the vital life force energy, to cleanse. So what I like to do is imagine this energy flowing through me. So maybe you feel it, but I'll give you a pathway in which you can kind of follow. So you can imagine that the soles of the feet are like suction cups. And as you inhale, you start to pull the nutrients, the water from the earth. And this nutrients or this energy starts to sparkle up through the back sides of the legs. And as you exhale, it washes down over the sits bones. And like a waterfall, it just pours down your spine, across the back side of the heart, to the back side of the neck, out the crown of the head, then right back into the earth so it can recycle. And then again, you inhale, it pulls up through the legs. Long exhale washes out through the spine, out the crown of the head. So as you connect to this visual, it can also help you soften, help you release. And by concentrating on where you send your breath, this is again sending the energy into places that need to be opened up, that need to be restored. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Breathe in, look forward, finding length. From here, you're just going to step your left foot all the way towards the back of the mat. Walk your right foot out towards the right edge. And start to rock the hips back and forward. And we're going to move our way into Uttan Pristhasana Lizard Pose. So you can drop down to the tip of the back thigh bone. You can stay here in this very upright lizard, yeah. You want to make sure that your front knee isn't going too far forward. If it is, just work your left leg back. Now it can be very intense for the back thigh and here at the hip flexor. So a way to decrease the intensity is you can bring a bolster underneath the back thigh. This is also a nice variation if you are prego. So to get deeper, and again, you have time to explore these asanas, so by all means, don't feel like you have to work your deepest expression as I guide it there, because we're here for about 3 minutes. So ways to work deeper is to bring your left elbow down and your right elbow down and keep pulling the heart forward. And if this position here is just very familiar to you, again, you want to work slightly outside of your comfort zones in the yin practice. So something to work towards is bringing the elbows out to the side. And in this way, you can bring your chest closer down. And this is what works the leg over the shoulder so you can get a bit deeper. You have about a minute left here. So move into any deeper variation, even if it's just longer exhales, that'll take you deeper. I'm gonna drink tea. Last bit of time here. Amplify the breath in and out. Breathe in deeply. Exhale it all out completely. Now slowly crawl your hands up. So we're going to ease the right leg out a bit, yeah? So this might be interesting. Flex through the foot, your right foot, and roll onto the outside edge of the right foot so that your right knee starts to fall out towards the side. This might be enough here. Again, you can just take gentle rocking actions. Or if you want to extract something deep in the hip, similar to what you did in squat, you bring your left hand out to the side. You can bear weight into the left hand. And then take your right hand towards the inner thigh. Again, it's not the knee. You don't want to press on the knee joint. Take it to the inner thigh. The closer to the hip, the deeper the extraction will be. And you take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, press the inner thigh back. And left ear over towards left shoulder. Take 3 deep breaths here. In. Exhale out. Breathing in. Exhale. Once more in. And out. Release the pressure. Let your right knee come back in towards the center. Gently shift your hips back. Lengthen through the right leg nice and long. You're in a runner's stretch. Come onto the fingertips. Breathe and pull the heart forward. Exhale, melt the chest down. Feel free to take some undulations, chin towards chest. Rolling up, roll shoulders back, pull the heart forward. Now come back forward, hands to the inside of the right foot. Simply lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog pose. Oh yeah. Bend the knees, circle out through the hip, and just start to feel into what has been shifted. Lower the right foot down. Come forward, hands and knees. Lizard pose, left side. So, again, you step your left foot outside of the left hand, rock it back and forth. The left toes can be slightly turned out or facing in, just depending. If they're turned out, you're going to get more in external rotation. And we'll go ahead and melt into it. When you have time to really fully melt, you look at yourself like an ice cube melting into water. It takes a bit of time. Bring your elbow down and left elbow down. You'll also notice that I give a soft rocking action here. This is just something that I like to do personally, as I feel that it helps connect into that water element of the hips. It's a very subtle movement, and it just helps kind of disperse the energy so that it can move around into these mysterious places. The hips are known for being very mysterious, as they hold so much. All your creative energy that gives you the ability to create, to give birth is there. Your sexual energy is there. This is also the place of duality, emotions. So yeah, needless to say, there's a lot to feel into. You don't have to over investigate it or analyze it. In fact, we want to get beyond the analytical mind, to tap into the consciousness. But what you can do is just feel and breathe and not judge it. Just simply notice what's there and trust that with every exhale, you're able to release a bit more. You have less than a minute here, so again, if you're working deeper variations, move into them. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Lift up through your lizard, but stay in the position with the legs. You're going to bear weight into your right palm. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. So the left knee starts to go out to the side. Take your left hand towards the inner thigh and breathe in. And as you exhale, just press it away. And drop right ear towards right shoulder. Breathe in deep. Exhale out. Breathe in deep. Exhale out. And hug your left knee back in. Hands down to the floor. And just very slowly shift your hips up and back. As you move into a runner stretch, it's going to be slightly wide. Yeah. Flex to the left foot, come into the fingertips, roll the shoulders back, breathe into the heart, and exhale, melt it down. Breathing in and out. Simply shift yourself forward, back into the left foot. Press into your hands, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog, loosen up. Lower the left foot down. Breathing, come forward. Lower down into your knees. Sit into your left hip. And then come up to sit like so. Again, I scoot it forward for you. We're going to work ankle to knee pose. So, what you're going to do first actually is your right knee is bent and the shin is parallel with the top side of your mat. And then you bring your left foot. If you want to stir it up a bit, you can. And then keep the left foot flexed. Cross it on top of the right knee so your legs are like fire logs, yeah? So, something to keep in mind here, the left knee might be there might be space between the ankle there and the knee. This is totally fine. If you need to take a less intense variation, two ways. One, you can just bring the left shin forward so it's like a cross-legged seat, yeah? And you fold. Another way is to take the figure four stretch like we did at the beginning of class, except you can come onto your back. And this is just a really nice, gentle way to work into the hips. Otherwise, you're going to move forward along with knee, ankle to knee. We are going to start with our left leg on top. Yeah? Something that'll help you gravitate your knees down is the tilt of your pelvis. So when we're curled into ourselves and we start to fold forward like this, it brings the knee up because you're creating a C shape with your body. You want to bring the fingertips behind you and then roll the shoulders back and breathe into the heart so you create this space. And this way you create this interior tilt of the pelvis, which will allow the left knee to drop down a bit more. And feel free to stay here. You can even shimmy the hips around. This will help loosen up the space. Otherwise, you bring the hands out in front of you and you inhale, pull the chest forward, think like cobra. And the exhale, you melt down. Hands in front. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, pull. Exhale, fold. And there might be at some point in time along this process of working your way down that there's a bit of resistance. Stay there. Go slightly outside of your comfort zone so that you can make progress. So just breathe really, really deep into the place that seems extra interesting, where sensations might start to bubble up. And here we are. Close the eyes, soften the jaw, and just allow the breath to wash through you. Imagine it like ocean waves washing up to the shore and pulling back into the ocean. Super therapeutic, super cleansing. Allow your exhales to come out longer as we reach towards the end of exploring this portion of the pose. Breathe in deep to where you are. Exhale out. Press into the fingertips, chin towards chest. Sit yourself up and keep the legs as they are. Even if you're in the other position, if you're on your back, it's fine. We're all going to work into a twist. And if you're on your back, just drop your knees over towards the right. Or drop your knees over to the left. For those of us that are sitting, option 1, bring your right hand behind you. You inhale, you reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, you twist like so, and you can keep the palm there into the arch of the foot and create your rotation, yeah? If you want to work deeper into your twist and deeper into the hip, what you can do is you, again, breathe in, find length, but then you slice it over. You can start by bringing the elbow into the arch of the foot, fists with the left, mitt with the right, and twist like so. If you're going to work deeper variations, you're actually working the arch of the foot into the armpit. Pick your variation. We just hold this for a bit of time. So breathe very deep into it so it can cleanse you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Make your way out. Ooh. Bring your fingertips behind you. Soles of feet together. And then just butterfly out your knees for a moment and just be like, wow, that's some major work you just did. You even feel into the imbalance. So you start to also be aware of noticing when things are a little bit off, so that it's easier for you to assess how to direct your energy moving forward. So, here we go again. So your left shin is on the bottom. Bring your right leg up, whatever position you did before. The variation of ankle to knee, you take that. And allow the right ankle to come on top of the left. Stack if you're moving forward in this variation with me. Breathe into the heart, lift up. A little shimmy. You can stay here, otherwise breathe in, finding length. Tip the hips forward, exhale, melt. And you keep inching your way forward. You get lower and lower. And again, quite often we come into these positions and we want to resist it, we want to back out of it. Perhaps this resistance is also showing up in life. Yeah. And Again, when you connect to this element of water, it takes the path of least resistance, which doesn't mean that you come out of the pose prematurely, but you're able to breathe through it so it can, when water has a lot of force, it can cleanse, it can push things out of the way. So that's what's happening here. Your exhales be long and deep. Again, if you need to let out like even a whale sound, you can. It's actually really therapeutic. Humming as well helps to shake things up a bit. You don't have to carry around this darkness or this weight, or this emotional baggage forever. So take this time to cleanse, take this time to release, so that as you create space in your hips, you're able to continue to walk through life in beauty, in grace, and ease. And there's freedom in every step that you take, even if those steps are just through your apartment at the moment. And see, all that blah blah led us to right where we needed to be. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out completely. And then start to walk your hands up. And you keep your legs as they are. We just move into a twist. So bring your left hand behind you. Again, option 1 twist. Reach your right arm up. And just take it like so. This is fine. To get deeper, bring your elbow into the arch. Or you can even slide the arm all the way down. Make a fist and a mitt. And continue to revolve. Deep breath. Exhale out. See what more you can let go of, what more you can relax, even if it's in the face. And then as your exhale comes, it's an invitation to rotate, to twist a bit more. One more deep breath in. Exhale out here. Unwind. Oh, nice. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Butterfly out your knees. Good. And what we'll do here, you have options. So we're going to take a forward fold, working into the hips. You can keep the feet as they are, soles of feet together, knees wide. If you want to make it more like Tadasana, star, bring your feet further away from you. It's also nice if you have a bolster or a pillow, you can bring it here and fold down on top. It's just really sweet. If you want to open up more through the undersides of the legs into the hamstrings, you can extend your legs out like a straddle, and the toes turned out slightly, so you create external rotation. You inhale, find length, and you walk the hands forward. Inhale, find length, and fold. Same thing here. Feel free to take a bolster. You can even stack it up so it's at an incline, so you can wrap your arms underneath. That's fine as well. So just pick your forward fold. This way it allows you to naturally slow things down in the body. Smooth out the nervous system, which will just prepare you to come into your final rest in a moment. If you want to move into the other forward fold variation, you can. Just take what you want here. I'm going to choose to stay as I am, and I will read. I'll read to you. Reading's been one of my favorite ways to pass the time. I really love to stimulate the mind. So I find that, first of all, in the yoga practice, we can get really caught up in what things should look like physically. And even in life, we can get caught up in how things should appear physically or tangibly. So this is what this book has to say about physicality. This idea of physicality is still just a concept. And we have very sophisticated sciences now that describe this process of liberation through all of these body energy centers. And it's funny that you can get back to yourself through this map called a body. But ultimately, it is the false identification. What a joke. It is very much a dream thought, radiating from the one eternal emanation, which is also you. Right now, beyond the husk of your worldly identity. The earth herself is a dream and is dreaming, and we are all asleep in it right now. Even though I've had this realization right now for the most part, I am sleeping because the dense physical plane is the world of attachment and desire, and ultimately, I am a vibration, shape-shifting back and forth between image, vibration, and perfect eternal light, and identification with the physical, which isn't really physical, even though it seems surreal. So again, I am a vibration, shape-shifting back and forth between image, vibration, and perfect eternal light, and identification with the physical, which isn't really physical, even though it seems so real. So perhaps that resonates with you. For me, it was just a reminder that everything is energy, everything is vibration, and there's no need to get caught up in how things, again, physically feel or what you think it should look like. It's all about the energy that you emanate. And in the yoga practice, it helps us to raise our energy, to raise our vibration, so that we can come into a greater state of peace, of ease, no matter what situation we may find ourselves in. But at this time, the situation that you will find yourself in is a state of rest, shavasana, or if you prefer to take a restorative pose, you can, or meditation. If you'd like to take a restorative pose, if there's one that comes to mind, feel free to take that. What I can suggest for you is legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. This is a nice way to reset the nervous system, and actually doing this for 15 minutes is equivalent to a 4-hour nap. As many of you know, if you've taken my class before, I love that fun fact. But to get into Viparita Karani, first, I have to close my legs together. And you find a wall or you just find space. If you're at a wall, you're going to bring your sits bones towards the edge of the wall, and you lie down on your side. And then you roll over onto your back, and you just extend your legs straight up. If you need to scoot your seat in a bit more, you can. You can allow the hands to rest at the belly, or even cactus the arms out to the side. The main thing is that you find a place where you're really able to settle down and in and restore, so that you're able to drop beneath this tangible physical sense and you connect into something more subtle, more sweet that is within all of us if you just allow yourself to completely surrender. So wherever you found yourself now, you can take a deep breath in and exhale everything out completely, like a soft wind. Breathing in. Exhale everything out.
And start to invite your breath back into the body. And just like you did at the beginning of class, start to feel how the breath starts to wash through you into all these places that you have reawakened. And if you have the time to rest and be still longer, please take this time for yourself. Otherwise, you can create gentle movement as a way to rock from side to side, breathe into the body, and eventually you can make your way upright to sit nice and tall. And the meditative seat actually connects you into all of the elements, but with the focus today being like water, you can think of the meditative seat as this container that holds the water so that it's not overflowing, it doesn't create a mess, and it can conform into the shape. Just like we too have this ability to adapt to our situations so we can continue to thrive. What I love about water in a container as well is that there's stillness. And in the stillness, you're able to see beneath the surface and into the depths. And it's the same thing with ourselves. When we connect to stillness, we're able to go beneath the physicality and into something deeper, into something more subtle. And in all these places, they connect you into something more vibrant, this essence that is you, that allows you to shine from a higher sense of self. So relish in this time that's been called for us to stay in and continue to go inward and just explore what's there. But for now, you can bring your hands to your heart for closer practice, giving thanks to yourself for showing up, and the masters and gurus that pass down the teachings and the techniques. And of course, sending extra love and thanks to other nurses and doctors who are bringing people back to health, the factory workers working overtime to ensure that everyone has their supplies, thanking the people working at the grocery stores and all the essential stores so that there's at least some familiarity and then our basic needs. Without any other extra bits of gratitude that resonate with your heart, in fact, I encourage you to do this daily, as gratitude is one of the easiest, most natural ways to raise your vibration so that you attract an abundance of upliftment into yourself. In honor of coming together, we shall celebrate in singing sound of all the people in the fear. Exhale out. Breathe in to sing from your heart. Bring it down to others. Stay.